Transformers: Age of Extinction delivers essentially everything one would expect from a Transformers movie. Both the good and the bad, and plenty of it. The basic premise is that failed robotics engineer Cade Yeager, played by Mark Wahlberg, accidentally discovers a wounded Optimus Prime sometime after Chicago was demolished in the last movie. Unfortunately, the government, led by the villainous Harold Attinger, has declared an unofficial war on the alien shapeshifters. As part of his Extinction campaign, Attinger has commissioned tech tycoon Joshua Joyce to create man-made and controllable Transformers. Attinger also partners with Lockdown, the most badass villain this franchise has ever seen, who swears allegiance to neither Autobot nor Decepticon. Nothing can go wrong, right? Thus concludes the extent of the story that contains a logical through-line. Aaron Kruger's script is often predictably senseless and silly, and can feel like a hodgepodge of plot lines lifted from both recent and some not-so-recent blockbusters. Having said that, Age of Extinction does offer a refreshing and slightly darker tone to the series. The often annoyingly manufactured humor is still there, but it's toned down for the most part. Grammer and Tucci make terrific evil foils, and Wahlberg brings every ounce of his often endearingly goofy charm. Newcomers Nicola Peltz and Jack Rayner are disappointingly flat, though. The Transformers themselves take center stage on this one, and for some, that will be a very good thing. The Autobots do tread into wacky terrain, but that's somewhat to be expected in a film that's, at its core, kind of a 3-hour Hasbro commercial. The much-anticipated Dinobots, on the other hand, are not as present as hoped. Still, Optimus charging ahead on a fire-breathing Grimlock is just as outrageously glorious as you would hope it would be. Age of Extinction hits the same notes that a Michael Bay Transformer movie traditionally does. However, ILM really has outdone themselves on this one in terms of the effects and added an innovative diversity to the Transformers themselves, and a great attention to detail. Of course, those who don't care for Bay's take on the robots in disguise will likely not be swayed. By now, at 4 movies in, you know what you're getting into if you buy the ticket. This one is overlong, no doubt, but it otherwise meets expectations with some neat new twists and additions. The length is by far the weakest aspect of the film, though. Even those who enjoy the director's relentless spectacle will find 165 minutes to be an endurance test. This movie was made for fans of the franchise, and those who don't enjoy Michael Bay's particular brand of spectacle will best be served to remain at home. Lovers of all things explosions, visual effects marvels, and Autobots will be granted a wealth of all of the above. At a certain point, it may start to feel like too much of a good thing, though.
There is a version of this conversation where you get to go back to your barn. Your daughter gets to graduate with honors, and life as you know it will go on. You have no idea what you're involved with here.
Really? What's the other version of this conversation? When you send in the hired help to murder my little girl? Or are you gonna man up and do it yourself?
What's your preference?